I'm yours. With you. Yours. With you. I'm yours. With you. I'm yours. With you.
Hello, dear YouTubers and viewers who may be watching this. And I'll just unmute my mic in the Discord as well. So, we're all starting, chaps. So, we're on runway 27 at London City Airport, and we have quite a few people joining us for this flight. Can we go around and introduce ourselves? I'm obviously Huddison, the host of the video, of the live stream. Yeah, take it in turn, please.
Okay, I'm Yolak345 Hugh. I'm from Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands. Good morning.
Ooh, lovely. Nice.
I'm Mark, Simhanger. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here. Unfortunately, I'm not in the Cayman Islands. I'm in the UK.
I'm Tunesy. I'm 52, Hertfordshire, and definitely not in the Cayman Islands.
I'm Alwat from Scotland.
Dr. Akhilari, I'm Robert or Bob from Wisconsin in the U.S.
Cool.
I am Alan Tipped Bird from Georgia in the U.S.
Nice.
Anywhere near the Cayman Islands?
I'm on the way. Name's Dave, and I'm in Dorset, in the UK.
Fantastic. I'm in the southwest of the UK, not far from Dorset actually. And yeah, happy flying everyone.
Are we heading down that way?
Not well, ish.
Not quite.
No, the other side of the country. Can somebody please go and check on YouTube to make sure it's up and running? Because on my computer, it's just showing it's paused. So
No,
before we
I
go-
can see it. It's running, Mark. Or
Mark.
James.
Oh,
Well, I did
I'm
that
honoured.
last week. I did that last week during Mark's stream. I messed up, but no, it's running. I'm watching it.
Sure, okay. So just an overview of what we'll be doing. We'll be doing a completely VFR visual flight rule flight. For people flying, I would recommend having your VFR map up if you haven't already. You can do this visually because we're going to be following the Thames. We're going to be flying towards the landmarks of London, turning around the main landmarks, coming back towards London City and out of the wash to the east rather. Let's get it right. To the east of the Thames, and flying around the coast of the UK, the sort of southeast coast of the UK. So if you haven't got your VFR map up, I would recommend it, but you could essentially do this visually, especially if you know the land of the UK. So I believe we've got everybody possibly who will be joining. We've got quite a few people lined up, I see, turning around the sort of run-off there, which is great. So if you're all ready, I'll throttle up and get going.
Excellent.
Okay, I'm going full throttle and parking brake released.
Go on then, Tipbird.
I'm last.
So just be aware as well with the Junkers, it comes in as default flaps 1. It loads in as default flaps 1. And for those unfamiliar with the speed of the Junkers, it's in kilometers, or certainly the retrofit is. I'm not sure if you're all aware of the conversion. The conversion is about it's about half a knot to 1 kilometer.
Come on, move. Oh, it's too much wheel. Okay, that's what the issue is. Too much wheel.
So anybody watching on YouTube, say hi. It'll be nice. I always like chatting to the YouTube guys as well.
Hey, I'm up.
Hey, great. I can see lovely sight behind me.
Okay. On the runway.
Ooh,
60
windy
knots.
over
70
London.
knots.
Be careful.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a crosswind there.
Yeah. So altitude, I'll be climbing initially to about 1,000 feet. We'll be flying out of the Thames towards the Isle of Sheppey, I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the Isle of Sheppey and it's East Church Airport we'll be landing at. We'll be doing a touch and go there.
Oh, bloody hell. I thought you were going to do a landing. Been
Oh, yeah.
practicing that.
Yeah, no, we'll be landing, but you'll be taking straight off again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, some of us might.
Whoa.
That's a little bitty grass runway too, Hugh.
Yeah,
So be
it
careful. A little bit of water around it.
Hello, Gerald. Hello, Matt in YouTube. And hello, Disco Dave. Good to see you. And Gerald's tuning in from Thailand. Very nice. So I'm flying to the right of the main landmarks, the walkie-talkie, the horrible walkie-talkie, and the Gherkin. Flying to the right of them and then doing a turn with a little bit of rudder to fly back towards London City.
A lot of rudder here.
Yeah.
20 degrees.
Yeesh. Is that just because of the crosswind? Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume the walkie-talkie is that building that looks like a walkie-talkie.
Sorry, say that again?
Oh, when you say the walkie-talkie, I see a building that literally looks like a walkie-talkie.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else in the stream, but I find that I've never liked it. It was impressive to see it once, and that's it.
I'm going to be there in a week.
Oh,
I've got a conference to film. It's a nice inside. It's lovely, but it's only on the sky deck that you go to, and it's nice up there. But the rest of the building's just a building, really. It's just a.
it's
But it's a lovely view. It's a great view.
It's slightly concurved, isn't it? Doesn't it sort of curve in and out?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a smaller base than it is to the top. But amazing view, really amazing view from the top floor. Really impressive. Okay, what's generally our cruising height, please?
About 1,000. Don't worry too much, but I'm at 1,000, and you want to be 1,000 or a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm at 500 meters, just under 500 meters.
Okay, brilliant.
It's getting cloudy up here at 1,000.
I thought it was a bit cloudy when you're up too high.
Did Quarks v. Roosh, if I pronounced it rightly, manage to get on the flight? He was asking about it and was going to get headphones. I don't know if he did or not.
I don't know. He said he's in the Discord chat. Somebody could check. Hello. Somebody said it's windy in Luton as well. Lysander. And hello, Warren.
So many aircraft. 1, 2, 3, not ours. 4,
cool,
5, 6, 7.
Lovely, lovely.
And it's nice that you can see everybody. We had issues yesterday, didn't we, Al, when we were practicing this flight? Couldn't see each other half the time. Seems to still be a fault with this sim, I think.
Yeah, originally I was going to do Spitfires and Junkers. Two problems with that. Junkers on the Xbox couldn't see Spitfires, even if you own them. And the Spitfires were just racing ahead, so it just didn't seem to make sense. 200 kilometers at the moment. I'm 210. That's about 100 knots in conversion. So we'll have to do a Spitfire flight at some point. Mark, you're intending to do... Oh, by the way, Mark's our honoured guest today. Sorry, Mark, I meant to say that before. Thanks for joining us. Mark from Simhanger Flight Simulation.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
No, you're more than welcome. You're intending to do some kind of vintage flight yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm thinking between Christmas and New Year.
Lovely.
I'm thinking of some vintage, maybe the Spitz or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be definitely up for that. So if you do Spitz, I'll be definitely up for that.
Hugh, look at the runway down there in front of us.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Leave him alone. Poor Hugh. Oh, Hugh, there is water around a lot of these runways.
Ah, listen, you lot. I've got my floats on my donkey, you know.
So the Isle of Sheppey, yeah, it is actually an island. So the first runway will be East Church. And it's...
you know, idiot. I'm 180 degrees out. What an idiot. I've just gone westwards.
Oh.
I wasn't listening. You mentioned about the walkie-talkie, and that was my. Carry on. I'll cut the corner. I'll
okay.
down on
Yeah.
the coast.
Right.
Carry on. Sorry.
Well, if that's the worst that's going to happen, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, so the Junker's such a lovely aircraft to fly, and it's one of my favourite absolutely in Flight Simulator at the moment. I just find it very mellow and relaxing.
I like it. You can be up like 6,000 or 7,000 feet and 10 miles from the airport and just throttle all the way back and just kind of float the rest of the way in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so easy to trim and fly, isn't it, generally?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Dave, one more way I can see you in front. Lovely. Lovely to see that.
I'll spawn in somewhere near the Isle of Sheppey, I think.
Can I ask how many people are on the Xbox today?
I am. I'm on the Series S.
I'm on the Xbox.
How's the upgrade been for you for Sim Update 7?
Go on,
No
you
problems.
go.
I mean, just I had that curious mouse map rotating thing, but that was easy to fix.
Yeah, it seems to have been a common problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
There was a lot of resets of the assistant options as well. Everything reset to easy for some reason.
I think everybody was, weren't they? Very many people.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That seems to be okay now. I restarted today and all my settings were the way I wanted them, except for the sensitivity.
Yeah. Did you run into many problems yourself, Mark?
Not with the Xbox version, but the PC version. Again, all the settings reset, and VR implementation for the controllers is a disaster, quite frankly.
Oh dear. Ouch. I tried the hand controllers in Fly Inside. I don't know if you tried that in VR, Fly Inside. It's a very simple...
I did. It was my first VR.
Me too.
Fly Inside.
Yeah, me too.
I really enjoyed it, but this implementation for controllers, in my opinion, is very clunky. It's not refined enough. It's almost an afterthought, I think.
Oh dear.
Coming in below someone. Very close. Sorry.
That sounds very typical to the updates, really, doesn't it? You know, there's always something that seems a good idea until it gets updated.
Yeah, exactly. I really would like just them to stop giving us new stuff.
Yes.
And just spend 3 or 4 months fixing what we've got, so
Absolutely.
that it's really usable. There's so much potential here. But I know just from comments on various videos, people genuinely are getting very frustrated. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic sim, but people are getting very frustrated because as they add more, those fixes become more complicated and wide-ranging and going to take longer to resolve.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Totally agree.
100%.
They did say in last week's Q&A that the next update is going to be all about bug fixes, not adding, not addition.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's the end of January update. Until then, it's all bug fixes. I just hope it's enough time.
Maybe Microsoft will take note when they realise the sales of people buying new downloadable items has plummeted. Because I think would have thought so. Well, if you can't use the sim properly, you're not going to spend. Well, I'm not going to spend another £13 or £20 on an aircraft when it's terrible in VR. Well, it's worse than it was. Although it's smooth again now slightly, but the quality is very. It's not quite there. It's quite fuzzy, and so I think the downloads will slow down while people are sorting out. I know I'm guilty of sitting there on a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon and sitting there like, what's next? What shall I grab? But I haven't purchased anything for a week now.
Just a quick hello to Geo and Righteous Owl in the chat. And Gerald's asking, is anybody playing with the Turtle Beach? And I believe someone is in the stream, yeah. So
yeah,
if you
I've got one.
If you want to talk about how's that going at the moment, I'll be interested. I'm using the whole Task 1.
Okay, so the Turtle Beach is you have one. You've spent a bit of time with it. It's a nice piece of kit. It doesn't feel too cheap. I like the way it's modular. The throttle quadrant and snaps too, so you can put it away and move it wherever you like. The clamp is very good. Impressed with the table clamp.
Me
Very
too.
impressed
Yeah.
with the table clamp.
Yeah.
Yep, it clamps down without putting too tight. It doesn't move. It doesn't creak. The quadrant levers are a little loose on. They're not unusable, but they're a little. You do get used to them, but they are a little bit loose for comfort. So if you can mod them by putting a bit of felt on there or something, just to put some resistance, then I think you're more comfortable. But it works out of the box great. Apart from, and that's something that you picked up on, Huddison, when you go into the menu and you come back into your flight, your throttle push-pull lever at the bottom is always reset, and your mixture too.
Yeah, there's a fix for
You
that.
always have to quickly, yeah.
There's a fix for that. Someone mentioned it in the comments. You can disable the throttle, the 4 throttles, create a new profile, disable them, and it's fixed apparently. I've not tried it, but it makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Apart from that, I think it's very, very good. Maybe it needs a little bit more tension on the yaw. But apart from that, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. Apart from the pitch axis, it sticks. For my one sticks compared to my Logitech flight yaw system, which is less than 3 times the cost. The yoke access, the pitch access, I find it very sticky on the Velocity one, but it might just be my unit.
No, it's
Well,
not. I've got exactly the same.
Oh, good. Okay.
On the unit that I'm testing, James, and it's a bit sticky, particularly at the full reach. I've been on to Turtle Beach about it. They tell me that their response is they're aware of it, and it's because of the way that the bushes are, and that after a little bit of use, that will go away.
Oh, good.
Now,
Good. Okay.
so they reckon it'll get, and I do remember having a similar issue on the earlier Satec yokes. So let's hope that that happens with use. It'll get smoother and smoother.
That's good
might
to
bite
hear.
the bullet. Might bite the bullet and be the first one to put a little bit of lithium grease on there and see how it goes.
I asked them, would that void my warranty? I'm waiting for a response. Just going to say hello to Joseph Jolly in the chat. Good to see you. Yeah, I emailed him.
Hello.
Sorry, say again.
Good evening, guys. Just want to say hello. So, like, just coming out of London, I think heading south along the Thames, are you?
Hello. Who's that? Sorry.
The call sign on here will be CB, but it's Curious Bee.
Curious Bee, great that you could join us.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing it.
we're just heading down the Thames.
By the way, chaps, probably a good time to mention, on the VFR map where I am, I'm coming up to the Isle of Sheppey. Before Eastchurch, I've wrote it down, it's EGOL, the code for Eastchurch. You pretty much want to come south, directly south, and line up with runway 8 before you get to Eastchurch. I'm showing people on the stream where I'm going to come down with my aircraft south. But essentially, imagine you're coming down to line up with runway 8 before you reach the airport. Does that make sense? Probably not the easiest to explain unless you see what I'm doing.
Or open a little nav map.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll do that. But so basically, if you got your VFR map open, you can see the EGOL for Eastchurch just comes south when you hit the tip of the Isle of Sheppey. Hope it's the Isle of Sheppey. Someone correct me if it's not, and you should be fine. Yeah, great.
So James, you were mentioning about the shaft on the velocity and the warranty.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I emailed them and I said to them, will it void my warranty if I grease it? And I thought, I better rephrase that, but I sent the email anyway.
It probably, I imagine it is, because it's a new plastic bush and it's a little bit dry, and all bushes are like that. And so, I mean, unless you get an expensive unit with bearings, I'd imagine it's all going to creak. I'm going to try that. I'm just going to try a little bit of PTFE grease because I don't care about my warranty. I've already voided that, so it doesn't really matter.
There you go. That's
yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
That's what Turtle Beach wanted to hear.
Okay.
Geo's asking in the chat, is it worth to spend a fortune to build a strong PC? We'll pass this around that art stream. Or instead, isn't it better to buy an Xbox? I would say if you're not sure about flight simming, buy a cheap Xbox, Series S. It's good enough to see if you're going to like it. Then you can buy a PC later on.
Definitely.
And it's a hard question to answer. I mean, it's so much personal preference. You know, there's so much you can get additionally with the PC, but you know, for me, spending $300 on Xbox Series S was, for me, that was absolutely the best choice.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. I mean, I had the PC anyway, but I was intrigued to see how the Series S would run, and it's amazing. Really is. Anybody else?
I think. Go on. Sorry, carry on, Mark.
I would agree. Personally, I'd go for the Series X.
Boo!
But because you can do so much more with it. And the Series X costs the same price as a low-end graphics card. I mean, you can't go wrong at £449.
Yeah, I would have gone for a Series X too, but I couldn't find one.
That's very true. They're very hard to come by in the UK, but the Series S, they're relatively available, I think, still. I think that's right, James.
Yeah, you can buy one on
Yeah.
Amazon to this date. Yeah.
Well, I have a Series X, and I'm playing on PC, and the PC is the new one. So Xbox great. I think if you like all sorts of games, if you like everything and all sorts of things, then the Xbox is for you. I think if you would like to get into VR, or you would like to do specific racing, or if you'd like to go for something a bit more away from the screaming 10-year-olds, the PC is for you.
And I think that I spent so much money on this PC, everybody should have to spend that amount of money.
Of course, of course.
And you
Why
still
not, eh?
and you still don't have it all.
Oh,
Well,
sorry, I
and
thought you
you
were
know,
going to Al.
that's the that's just the other side of the choice. I mean, I know that, you know, on an Xbox, there's all sorts of things that I don't get access to, like VR, for example. But
Or sharing flight
my
plan.
budget for me, you know, yeah, actually too, yeah, I don't have to manually enter flight plans if I have a PC.
But is that £1,700 worth of?
Well, yeah, you know, if depending on you know, budget also has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
And you know, if I had the budget with everything else I could get with the PC, sure, I'd build myself a fancy PC.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you want to do the serious simming, you want access to all a lot of the free add-ons. Some of them are excellent quality. Then the PC's the way to go. The range of peripherals, etc. A lot of advantages.
Yeah.
But if you want to tentatively just give it a try, you're not sure, and you haven't already invested in a mid-range PC, you can't go wrong with an Xbox just as a trial.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got a Series S and the Velocity One, you've got a setup that's rivaling PC setups there for about £600, which is you can't knock that. Even though the Velocity One's got a couple of issues at the moment, it's still a setup which is outstanding for the price.
You're absolutely guaranteed to get all of your money back if you decide you're going to go for a PC and change it in, or change the Xbox. You could sell that tomorrow for exactly what you paid for it.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, and Thomas was saying
you
in
will
chat, if only they could only download all the available add-ons on Xbox. That's the disadvantage, really. You got so much more choice, as Mark was saying that on PC.
There's also another thing, you know. There's when you have a group of people flying together, right, and you set up a flight plan. I can get anybody's flight plan they set up, they can upload it or whatever. You can't do that with an Xbox. You have to put it all in manually, don't you? Is that right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so
right.
The group flight is a lot better on a PC, I believe. I think.
I just load into the first airport and then follow everybody.
Okay. For the benefit of the stream there, and people flying who've not landed on this, remember we're doing a touch and go here. The runway sits between a black field on the left and the yellow patch on the right. That's the best way I can describe it. There's a green strip of runway between them two. Yeah, so good luck.
Yeah,
So
I'm
cloud
coming in
field.
right now.
Cloud.
It's too fast, I'm sure.
And I
Thank
find
goodness.
with the Junkers coming in about 140 kilometers, not knots, is okay until you get over the runway.
I think Al's very confident on this one, aren't you, Al?
Well, if I could find it, I might be.
I haven't seen it yet. I can see the lights.
If you look for the field, black field on the left, that's the runway's right next to it, between that and the
And
yellow.
See it.
Yeah.
It's like a ploughed
Almost.
field, and there's like a letter T in it, actually, that's
I
like
see.
a light brown colour.
The letter T is almost like an arrow pointing to the right.
Yeah, right, like an arrow, yeah, even, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
Runway
I don't
left or
think
right?
there's any poppy lights there either, was there, James?
no, it's just a grass strip.
It is literally just a grass strip, yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
chaps, touch and go.
That's exactly what my landings always are,
I think I managed.
especially with this yoke.
I was going to say, it's going to be interesting in that velocity one.
It is. It's difficult. I've been using the HOTAS, and it's. I've actually found it reasonably for someone who's not been flight simming really ever. I found it fairly simple to land on a small aircraft, but with this, it's really difficult. Very difficult.
With the velocity one.
Yeah, with a yoke and throttle quadrants, it's hard, much harder than a joystick. Much harder.
Well, I'm not sure if I actually touched, but I did come down low and then did it go.
It's trying to get back up over those trees, which is the
Oh my
worrying
God.
part.
I've got to go around. I thought the T was the actual airport, was the landing. Oh my God, I've only just saw the runway. There's simming for you.
We landed here yesterday, and we did it as well, didn't we, Al?
Indeed.
I'm on final.
Oh shit! Oh dear.
Okay, and just
I think
fly.
Going back to your, sorry, Huddison. Going back to your questions with the PC and the Xbox, I think
Yep.
you would tend to become a lot more serious simmer on flights and other games when you do have a PC. I mean, I've taken this a lot more seriously since having the PC. A lot more seriously. The enjoyment has gone up tenfold, and so is the cost. But you know what? So it's going to cost you £100 to go out for an evening. So I haven't been out for 5 years, so I've saved loads of money.
Not if you're out with Hugh.
What?
Not if you're out with Hugh. It wouldn't be £100 to go out for an evening.
Okay.
As long as Hugh's paying, that's fine. Berserker Dog in the chat is saying, "Hi, Huddison and fellow pilots. Did any of our planes disappear in the formation, flying along in formation? Not that I've seen, but I've been in front for most of the flight."
I just flew back along the runway, watching everybody else do the touch and goes, and I was seeing a lot of name tags and a lot of air.
So it seems to be okay, I think.
Will.
It's happening quite a lot, Berserker Dog. We were having trouble seeing each other over a couple of nights we were testing, but it seems to have settled down now, thankfully. Touch wood.
Where the hell's all my speed gone?
Are we just following the coastline?
Yeah, so I was going to say, follow the coastline around to the southwest. So just follow the curve of the UK, basically. And like I said, effectively you could do this flight easily, just visually, if you knew where you were going.
Where are we going?
I'm just following everyone else.
Over to Lyd or Lyde Airport. Does anybody know the correct pronunciation for that airport? Is it Lyd or Lyde?
Lid.
Lyd.
It's lid.
It's Lyd. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah.
In Kent, yeah. Wouldn't this be amazing with C-47s, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think a 2025 C-47s flying
Yeah.
across the channel, that would be stunning.
Oh, incredible. Yeah.
It was a couple of years ago at Duxford.
I remember seeing that.
Lyd Airport is a tarmac runway. It's got PAPI lights as well, so you should have no trouble. It's basically a little pointing out strut of the country. It's a bit further south. Pretty easy to land at. You're pretty much lined up for it if you just follow the route of the of the land, of the coastline. And what we can do, we can take a quick... We'll not do a full stop landing there and take a quick break for toilet breaks, so goodness knows what. 5-minute breaks, and then we'll carry on to Shoreham, if that's okay.
That's good.
What's the ICA code for Lyd?
Good question, because I did write it down. I've come prepared. EGMD. EGMD, yep. And runway 21 we'll be landing at. Ooh, I'm over 2,000 feet there, better come down a bit. So the weather is not as interesting as it has been. You can get some fascinating weather along these coastlines. Hopefully we'll run into it, because it does make the flights a whole lot more exciting when that happens.
Yeah, I must say the weather's a lot nicer than I expected it to be.
November in England, UK.
Yeah, me too, but we are coming up. I don't know if you can see that. There is a bank of cloud in the distance.
Yes.
Yeah. Does if we're all flying with live weather, do we all actually see the same weather?
Effectively. We should do.
I hope so.
Well, but I guess I mean in detail, I mean, it'd be the same type of weather, but does each instance of the simulation generate the specifics of its weather?
Yeah, from experience, that happens in flights. If you're flying together, you should all be seeing pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I saw a YouTube video last night where they've actually made it a lot more accurate now. So the comparison between the weather in the sim on live weather pretty much matches what it is in real life at this point in time, or at the point in time that you're actually flying. Yeah.
Hopefully I don't get shot for this, but I write articles for flightsim.com, and they sent me Rex Weather Force, which I've tried, and that gives outstandingly accurate weather. It's a bit of a cheeky add-on. They brought it out because Microsoft Flight Simulator Weather wasn't brilliant when it first released, so it wasn't quite as accurate as it should have been. But the cloud formations in Rex, I'll hopefully do a video soon on that, are pretty special.
Okay, whoever's in the yellow junk, I need some name tags. Okay, I need name tags. When we land, I'll put name tags on. I've got a J52 literally 6 feet below me.
Lovely. Wow.
I wish I could screenshot that.
How's that for formation flying? Isn't that lovely?
I think you're all very good.
It's an easy aircraft to fly.
It is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to fly. It's a.
It is.
Somebody said earlier, and I think they're spot on, whale in the sky.
Exactly. So that's what I relate it to, like driving a truck. It's like Euro Truck Simulator in the sky, in some ways.
Like a greenhouse.
Is there a setting, you guys? Sorry, is there a setting in here that I can extend the draw distance of aircraft so that these are blanking out? Well, not disappearing, but they're getting into their base form very literally no more than 100 feet away. I'd like to be able to see that aircraft a little further.
Yeah, I think there is, but it's not aircraft specific. It's to do with the general draw distance.
Okay.
And it's under your graphic settings.
Is that the oh, I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to rack my brain as to what
LOD,
it's called.
isn't it? LOD, line of distance. LOD, I think.
That's effectively what it does. Yeah.
Hello, David, in the chat. Good to see you. Is following us from South Africa. Lovely.
Hugh,
Hugh, there's a ILS at Lid, so go for it.
Oh, that.
Mark, that was a bit of South African, wasn't it?
Ja, meneer.
Very good.
Lekker.
Stop showing off, Mark.
Oh, that's my full extent of Afrikaans, I'm afraid.
Well, it's more than I know.
I know biltong.
Oh, I love biltong.
I'm afraid I only know very bad swear words, so none of us are going to find that out tonight.
Look at that cloud. Are you in that cloud, chaps? It's beautiful.
I am not yet.
Oh.
I'm not that far behind you, actually. I'm just slowly catching you up.
Great. Oh, you'll hopefully hit the cloud then.
I'm going to come up on your on your right-hand side.
Oh, I see you. Yep.
If I can catch you, what speed you doing?
Let me get back in and check. 210. No, 195 kilometers.
I should catch you easy.
Now, quick math, people. What would that be in knots?
195. That's about 105-ish.
Yeah, about.
140.
I think it's 54 knots to a kilometre, I believe.
Ah. So
sorry,
about half.
not 0.54, not 54. Blimey, that would be quick.
They should add conversion charts in this thing for us people that don't know that stuff.
I can't see anybody else crabbing at a 15 to 20 degree angle.
I am. I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah,
having to.
slightly in front of me, ever so slightly, but this is bizarre.
Yeah, the wind's blowing from the, what would that be, the east?
Make sure you haven't got rudder assist on.
Ah.
No, definitely not.
Oh, look at this formation flying. Me and you, Sim. Out your left window.
I've got you, Yolik.
Oh, I'm just running into that guy in his red one. Oop.
By the way, a lot of these towns and cities over the UK coast now have been updated in the last sim. Brighton was, apparently. I was watching Luna's World just before the live stream. It looks outstanding now. So I'm waiting for London to get updated. Apparently that's on the cards. They're going to overhaul the city at some point.
You know, I changed, you know, they were talking earlier about sliders. And I changed mine, because I think it's at 100 usually. And I changed it to 200, and it improved London, you know.
Really?
Definitely.
I mean, the photogrammetry
George,
of London
whatever it
just look like the Blitz. It's terrible. It's
Ah, you should try that. That worked with me, because I got that melty, really. It used to be very, very melty. Not so much now.
Okay,
Oh,
that.
okay.
So I've got Yolak just behind me, Mark to my right, and Power Slave to my... Let's... You've got to change that name, but Power Slave just underneath me. Don't put any innuations in that, please. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, and you've got Wombleway just behind you.
Oh, got too fast.
Whoa.
Where did you go?
Man, I'm on 50%, 60% rudder just to keep 70% rudder.
Yeah, I'm having to make constant corrections.
Me too.
But not that... yeah, it sounds like you've got an option on there, as Mark was saying. Good grief, someone's right next to me there. As Mark was saying, sounds like you got an option ticked that shouldn't be ticked in assistant options.
You haven't accidentally pulled one of the yellow handles that are in front of the yoke, have you?
No, although I can definitely...
Because that
No, because I'm in
the-
VR and I can't move them. Nothing works on the buttons in VR anymore. I can certainly, if it gets too much of a problem, just knock off the live weather and make life a little easier.
Yeah, if that would be better for you, yep. Yep.
Now I'm... no, I'm definitely crabbing at 25 degrees. That's getting worse. Weird. Okay. Yeah, let's knock off the live weather.
Yeah, Berserker Dog was saying his formation flying in two F-14s and I kept losing target. If you get too close to each other, Berserker Dog, that can happen as well, apparently.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Who be that?
I'm just behind you. Unfortunately, I don't have a Junker, so for that reason I chose something different.
Okay. Good for you to join us.
Oh, I don't know any Junkers either. I just bought a Spitfire. It's the oldest plane I've got.
Yeah, that would be perfect, actually. Probably won't be able to see it. I won't be able to see it properly, but it'd be great to see a Spitfire flying over the cliffs of Dover, which, by the way, should be coming up ASAP. If anybody feels brave to drop altitude and fly just over the cliffs, that would be brilliant. I'm going to try that myself, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to go lower than the cliffs.
Lovely. Oh, you're way ahead of me now, man. Well, that's great.
Yeah, where did you go?
I don't know. I've not got flaps
Cut the
on.
corner, didn't he? He cut the corner.
Maybe I should just
Yeah.
increase my throttle a little bit.
We're following the line of the land, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so am I. It's just I've never been able to draw a straight line.
Someone's asking, Gio's asking, what's your view on the, is it Tobal Eye Tracker 5? Tobal Eye Tracker 5? If anybody can look at YouTube comments, I'm not quite sure what that is personally.
Yeah, the Tobii Eye Tracker.
Tobii Eye,
It's,
great.
yeah, it's another version of Track IR, but a cheaper option. It works quite well. I don't have it, but I have used it on 2 occasions. Nothing wrong with it.
Well, I've got the what's it called now? The other tracking piece of hardware, which I can't think of what it's called now. No, the other one, the cheaper one. It's
the Hat IR.
No, God, I'm not going to remember the name of it. Isn't that typical?
Moving your head, IR.
Right, I'll think about it and come back.
Is it the one using your mobile phone?
No, it's actually like Track IR. It's a metal unit. It's been out for a long time as well, and I've done a couple of videos on it, and I cannot think of what it's called. DCS.
Instamatic brownie.
No, DCS World users like it quite a lot.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, that as well, probably, yes.
Fox brownie. Daguerreotype.
I don't know about anybody else, but I cannot see anything at the moment. The cloud is very thick.
You should be a coward like everyone else and fly at 500 feet.
Yeah, I'm at 1,900 feet. It's nice down here.
I can see a swarm of Junkers and I'm going to join them.
Well, we're just coming up on the cliffs, or I am. I think I'm probably in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, you're
and I'm dropping right down.
Yeah, following suit. There's a sortie of 4 of us here.
Yeah, I don't think any of us own it, Geo, at the moment, so we can't recommend it at the moment, unless we try it. And hello, EV, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, wow.
I've got the sun streaming across the water. It looks absolutely beautiful.
What are you on, Mark? Are you on the Xbox or PC?
I'm on the PC tonight.
Okay.
Oh, that does look beautiful with the sun shining.
And I'm going to be traveling along at about 50 feet.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
Oh my word.
Ooh, I've got to capture that. If you can record that, Mark, that would be great to link perhaps somewhere.
So I challenge anybody to get lower.
Oh, no.
You will.
No, you shut up. You.
Yeah, you will.
Even travel lower but keep going forward, I would go down, wouldn't I?
Co-pilot standing by on the Y key.
If you guys just excuse me for a moment, I'll just get my snorkel out.
Drop the life rafts.
Snorkel.
There we are, 50 feet, just coming up
Well
on the
done.
port of Dover.
Well,
Wow. Okay,
It's not a
Mark,
flyby. That's
because you're the
amazing.
first one there, you've got to start singing now. So come on, there'll be bluebells over the White Cliffs of Dover.
I'm not that cruel.
and he's had no gin yet.
People only ever ask me to sing once.
What runway, James?
21.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you should be pretty much lined up with it, more or less.
Okay, I got down to 200. I'm not going any lower.
Can you see me?
No, I say I'm behind you. I only see Power Slave in front of me. There's a few mixed names. And Lurker, 49er, he's down low. 83 feet. Who's that?
That might be me.
Well done, brother.
Thanks, Flightless. Yeah, I better fill up when I... Apparently my fuel's looking a bit low, so it's going to be interesting.
Maybe I should have flown the floats model.
I'm sorry, I've got that.
You haven't dipped into the water there, have you, Mark?
Not yet, but I'm tempted. Just, you know, you can just splash your wheels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, please do. Yeah.
Yeah, go on, have a go.
Oh, you're a bunch of sadists, aren't you?
You're the one at 12 feet.
I'm at 20 feet in a Spitfire.
Come on, let's get lower.
Oh, nice.
So it's good. Mark, so you've tried the Velocity one yourself. Are you making a video for that at some point?
I am, yes.
Brilliant.
I've got 2 videos in the works at the moment on that, and hopefully I'll have them out next week.
Excellent. It's always great to see other people's opinions on that. And I can't remember your name now. Let me just check Discord. Sorry. Just a moment. Tuny.
Tunesy, yep.
Tunesy. Even. Your fix on the sort of the felt that you put around the throttles was fantastic. I didn't think about doing that. Hadn't thought of doing that.
Felt or piece of rubber?
Yeah.
Rubber is a lot stiffer, but you have to put some grease on it. If you use a piece of very thin door stopper or draft excluder stopper, the very thin 6mm stuff, or even a piece of fuzzy felt would work, you know. But,
Fuzzy felt. Do you remember the animals?
Oh no!
That takes me back.
Don't set Hugh off, please, by saying fuzzy.
Oh yeah, sorry, Hugh. There's no backing on fuzzy felt, so the glue will permeate through it and it will cause it. But I think a thin piece of rubber or something similar is probably the best bet.
Right. Okay. So I can see the
No more
lights.
than a millimetre.
So I can see the lights flashing at Lid Airport ahead. Hope you can all see that. I can see the sort of flashing welcome lights there.
LYD.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Do I?
What's the airport code again?
The code is EGMD and runway 21.
Ah, lovely. Cheers.
Curious B, are you in the spit?
Yes, I am. Yes, that's me.
I think you just came past me at a hell of a rate.
I did, yeah. I'm doing about 300 mile. Doing about 300 mile an hour, about 40 feet off the water.
Ah, it looks spectacular, mate.
It's just intimidation by the Tommies. Ignore them. Ignore them, Hans. We has a mission.
You should be careful there.
I'm going to have to leave the flight, but it's been a lot of fun. Enjoy the rest of it.
Oh, thanks for joining us. Thanks.
Does anybody know if there are any of these still flying now?
Junkers? I've no idea.
Any Ju-52s or any still in
I
it?
I believe there are.
Ooh.
I believe there's 3. But I'm not sure of the details. I know one is at an airfield in Germany. But I believe there are 3 that are airworthy still. But I stand to be corrected on that.
Saw one 3 weeks ago in Cosford in the museum, but it was a Spanish-made one. But I don't know if it's I don't think it's flyable, but it was made just after the war.
Yeah, I think two of the three that are still airworthy were actually made in Spain. And they were also made after the war. And the one in Germany is actually, it's one of the 1939 original models.
The one that was in Where Eagles Dare crashed. Everybody got killed.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we went on that, didn't we? We did that flight, didn't we? Remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
In a like a valley, not a valley, like a cup of the mountainside. They were going to be looking through a hole in a mountain, and he misjudged it. I think the guy.
Broadside calling Danny Boy.
Actually, until recently, Lufthansa flew some of them, but they discontinued that, and the Swiss also flew some. I had the good fortune to fly on one of the Lufthansa planes.
Oh, brilliant.
Beautiful.
Are they quite noisy then and rattly? They're quite smooth.
Well, the ones that the Lufthansa had were okay, at least for me, so I didn't wear any earplugs.
Uh-huh.
And apologies to chat, I keep going down to my instrument views, it's just habit, but I'm just checking on my altitude and goodness knows what. So how long ago was that you went on the Lufthansa flight?
I think that should be 10 to 15 years ago. I started from Stuttgart to do a flight, basically a local flight around the area.
Ah, lovely. Wow. And was it expensive or was it normal sort of flight costs?
Well, I can't really tell you because it was on miles. So I had flown regular flights quite a few, and I spent the miles on this extraordinary flight.
Ah, incredible. Wow.
Good idea.
Am I right that it's got the nickname Antijou?
Correct. Tante U.
Tante U, yeah. And in the UK, I think she was called Iron Annie.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, among other names. We weren't really a fan of it during those times, of course.
I'm
Jealousy.
4
Major
nautical miles from Lyd.
Okay. Can you see the runway, Mark?
I will when I climb. I'm still quite low. I'm just climbing
It's one
now.
of the things with the junkers, isn't it? You've got to be high on that approach. I tried to stay about 1,000 before pretty much I could see the runway clearly. Because if you get low, you've had it, basically.
Now, I find I need to come over the threshold at about 90 to 100 kilometers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see the runway.
Here's a bit of trivia for you, chaps. Bit of trivia. What's the flaps 1 speed on the junkers? I guess they're both different, aren't they? But generally.
I think it's in the cockpit. I'm not sure.
Not on the retrofit. I don't see it. Oh, well, there's a... possibly.
I'm not looking now because I'm landing.
Right. There's a marker at 180. Maybe that could be flaps 1.
Short runway, folks. Brake hard.
Oh, no, don't be doing that. You bad lad. Take a notice of that old man.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd put that out there.
Wow, I'm having to crab to come in.
Berserker Dog said there was one at London City a few days ago. Was that in real life, Berserker Dog? It's possible, isn't it, that somebody flew a junkers there?
Here I go. This is going to be not butter.
Imperial Airways in the UK they flew up to Aberdeen, I think, to Dice quite a lot. I think way back in the 60s, I think, and 50s.
Oh, wow.
The one at Cosford's Imperial Airways, actually.
To be honest, aside from seeing it on old footage, I've never really. It was never on my radar, the Junkers, until I tried it in Flight Simulator.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, I agree. It's amazing. It's almost like it's an autopilot. You can just
Yeah,
walk
it's easy
away
to
from
fly,
it.
isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful.
I'm down, guys.
Well done.
Oh, sorry, 2002 Berserker Dog was saying it was at London City Airport. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah.
Wind is terrible, isn't
Wife's cooking again, Hugh, was it?
it? No, no, you silly bugger. Oh, dear me.
So, Mark, do you use your Authenticate for your Spitfire often?
I do use it, but not too often, because it does take a little while to set up.
I can bet.
Womble Way, nice landing, mate.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Well, I've just taken off again.
I think that's the trouble
Shoot.
with a lot of equipment, isn't it? It can take a long time to set things up. That you've got to make a special occasion out for it, essentially.
What about that? And I'm down. And nobody saw it.
Not quite. I thought I'd just film this little bit.
And do
Oh,
you
I
use
see
the
your point.
replay function on the new sim then yet, or?
I have. I've done quite a lot of work on it, and it is what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, rubbish.
Rubbish.
Yeah,
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It's quite. There's quite a lot of features when you dig into it, but it continually crashes my sim
goodness, really?
when I'm doing the replay.
Oh dear, I may have to do a flyover.
Oh, who was that? That's a very good landing. That wasn't a Junkers.
I might
Was
just
it?
make it.
Yeah, I had to replay on for a little bit last night playing with it. And it just, I had a CTD.
Hudson, you got no chance, mate.
Oh,
No.
where you going, mate? Where you going?
I'm off. I'll see you later. I'm off to the next airport.
Oh,
I'm
well
not. No, I'll do a quick 180.
I wasn't sure.
So
I wasn't sure if that was a Junkers or a Concorde that came past you.
I'll look behind you. Titbird's just coming in.
Is he? Oh, right.
You've never seen a Junkers move so fast, have you?
Al, you down?
Whoa, someone's
I'm
above
down,
me
yes.
quick.
Oh, very nice. Good landing by both you guys there.
Thank you,
That's it.
sir.
Mad Seasiders. Haven't seen you for a while, Robbie. Oh, oh, bouncy bounce. Oh,
Tip-bird, nice one.
Thank you.
going on with Mad Seasiders?
Mad Seasiders, I'd do a go around if I were you. No, not that you've got much choice.
Oh, Tunesy, very good Tunesy. VR
Oh,
as well,
well
eh?
done, Barney. That was a good
Tunesy,
landing.
Tunesy, really, that is just showing off.
Yeah,
Really, was it okay? It didn't feel that good to me. It nose down.
Oh, it looked cracking.
Oh, great. I'm happy with that. It made my day. That's the
So,
difference between
James,
that
it's just you, and we're all waiting
Oh,
with
really?
bated breath.
Okay. No pressure at all.
I think I'll record this one in 4K,
Yeah,
sure.
really close up.
Zoom in.
No pressure then.
I'll never live this one down, will I?
Oh man, this is now my favourite aircraft.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't
it?
Yeah, it's taken over the Hawk by far.
Fly around Scotland with it. It'd be good fun.
Oh wow! I think I'll do a sky trip at the middle of the week.
Guy to Barra as well. Land at the beach.
Or the water.
Or both.
Has anybody tried the that little Volocopter and is disappointed with it?
Yeah, I tried it yesterday.
Found it boring?
I found it extremely boring. I fly radio-controlled helicopters, and it was just really boring.
There's no pitch. There's no pitch on it.
I tried it, and it would have been nice if I was in the pilot seat.
Yeah. Oh.
You're flying it from the outside, yeah?
No, when I go into it, I'm sat behind the pilot.
Oh,
You're about 3 foot behind the pilot seat, aren't you? Yeah.
Where did Huddison go, by the way?
When I
I
looked
think
at it,
I
I
was
was.
too, yeah.
It was
I had
okay.
to. Sorry. Go on, you carry on.
No, it's okay. You carry on.
I say I had to map my right control button to my up, down, left, and right, so I could move forward and backwards in the seat. But it wasn't really worth it because it's.
Huddison's about to land. Sorry, Huddison's about to land from the other end of the runway. He's going to try and be sly.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Well done,
You can't record this one, Mark.
He's coming in from
Oh,
the
that
west.
looks good. That looks good, Hassan.
He's not down yet.
Fine. Looks
Oh,
fine.
nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
Very good. You were trying to be sneaky there, though, weren't you?
A little bit.
And shame I didn't record it.
Okay, chaps, we can take a 5 minutes break. So I really need to toilet now.
Okay.
Especially after that landing. So
You should have got RS realistic. There's a toilet in the plane.
I should have. 5 minute break and then we'll return. So I'll see chat in a moment. And
Which way are we going to fly off from?
flying off from 21 to runway 21. Yep. So I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay. Bye-bye. Fritzy, go and do my wee for me. There you go. I'm alright, I'm staying.
I'm trying to make a cup of tea.
Yeah. I must say though, the first few 3 or 4 times, now let me be honest, 6 or 7 times that I tried to land this, I ended up nose down. Because you don't realise you can't slam the brakes on, can you? Alan and Al, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Do you see C there next to us?
Yeah, I know he's in here, but they're on the other Discord. I'm trying to figure out how to invite them over here, and I can't figure out how to do it.
Oh, surely somebody will know that here.
Well, there's a way, but I'm a little slow, so.
My tracker IR isn't working for some strange reason, but there was something about the new updates, broken it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, not just me. I mean other people.
Oh, okay. So as long as it's not just you then.
No. But it's certainly not working tonight.
No, I think generally it's broken now with the Sim Update 7.
Really? Oh, I'm glad I didn't buy one.
Because with this plane, it's absolutely excellent. It really works well with this plane. Shame it's not
Okay, YouTube chats. It's obviously quite a busy stream, so lots of people talking. Just catch up with you. Is everybody okay? Just saying hi to you all before I head back into the Discord. Whilst I'm doing that, I shall get my aircraft around to the runway and surprise them all. So effectively I want to turn around 180 degrees, that's fine. Yeah, do speak now, YouTube chats, people in the chats, because it gets pretty busy during the stream itself, as you've heard. So I am trying to keep up with your comments. Don't feel ashamed and don't feel embarrassed or that you're not going to be heard. Do type comments, and I'll try and answer them if I can. Or I'll pass them around the chat at least. Try and slow down a bit so I don't overtake this chap in front of me. Okay, let's dive back in.
Add the juniper berries and whatever flavour and whatever type of gin you want to make. And
Did you like Christmas cake flavour?
You're not talking about gin again, are you? Stop it.
I've never had it, so I don't know. But it obviously will taste of Christmas, kind of spicy, I think.
Right. Oh, that sounds interesting.
But the other gin, I mean, friends of ours came round and they liked the other gin I did, which was a citrus one. And she was so impressed I had to make her a bottle. So
there you go.
I didn't sell her it, by the way.
John, I flew over your house. Well, I hope we didn't make too much of a mess. Hopefully we didn't make too much of a noise or mess.
Assistance options, let's check.
Chunzi, are you, do you do live streams at all?
I do not. No, I was a photographer and a videographer, and I do have a channel for motorcycles and enduro.
Yeah.
But that stopped the first day that the pandemic hit. I put my camera down on the Sunday evening, and I haven't picked it up professionally since.
Okay.
Wow.
Welcome back, Mark.
Sorry, go on.
I was just saying welcome back, I think. Yep. Go on.
Where would we get the link for your channel? Huddison.
For my channel?
Yeah, so I can invite somebody to this channel.
To the Discord, you mean?
Yes.
Any of my recent YouTube videos.
Okay. That's what I've got.
Yeah,
there was also a link on Mark's Discord.
Oh, lovely. Oh, great. Thanks. Chunzi, I was going to say I'm possibly looking to do some kind of charity live stream. I don't know if you want to kind of combine on that, perhaps over the Christmas period.
By all means.
We can have a chat, maybe, yeah?
Absolutely. Yes, by all means. Yeah, just message me and I'll drop my phone number in and we'll talk. By all means.
Brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, raise money for the homeless or something of that sort. It's always a tough time of year for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I fully agree.
So, chaps, we're all reconvening and queuing up. I think people are still away from keyboard from the looks of things.
I'm not.
I'm lined up on the runway, but I've just gone onto the runway. It takes off in such a short distance.
Okay.
I've just taxied on about 100 meters from the end of the runway. It'll be plenty.
Yeah.
And we're going direct to Shoreham, or we're following the coastline? What's the plan?
Following the coastline, and I'm going to land at runway 2 at Shoreham. There's runway 2 or runway 31. You can take your pick there.
And we're just following the coast, like you say, going around.
Just following the coast, past Hastings, Eastbourne, Brighton, and then Shoreham. Yep.
Watch out for them arrows in Hastings.
We don't want another Battle of Hastings, do we?
No.
Don't look up.
I'll keep an eye out for them.
How you doing, Dark GT? Good to see you. Yeah, so I guess that's over 5 minutes now, isn't it? We can resume and take off. So Yolak, I think you're... Well, Mark, you first, and Yolak.
Okay. Off I go.
Okay. Away we go.
Why have I got no power?
Good start. Don't tell me your rudder pedals are playing up again.
No. Oh,
Can I tell
No!
people the story of?
Yeah. People will learn from it. Yes, I don't mind.
No, don't.
No, you can tell them. Don't worry.
Well, basically, it was me, Alan. It was me and Alan. Yesterday, wasn't it, Alan? And Al W. We're trying to figure out why Hugh's rudder pedals was only showing left. He's got the T-Flight rudder pedals.
Yep.
And how long were you there, Alan, before I turned up? Al, rather. Alan, sorry.
I was in there about, I guess, 15, 20 minutes, and then you came in and saved the day.
Well, I thought it was longer than that, but anyway.
Well, it could have been.
It's like a half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah, essentially with the T-Flight rudder pedals, you got a little dongle with car mode or aircraft mode, and poor Hugh didn't realise he had it on car mode, so...
Anyway, save the day, brother. So thanks again for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, saved me a lot of pain and agony.
I'll tell you what, I'll get Al to send you a bottle of gin. He makes a nice gin, allegedly.
Oh, please do. Yeah. That'd be a great Christmas present for sure.
Just drop your address to him.
I suppose we can go, huh?
Yeah. Off we
I'm
go.
up.
And the sun's setting at the moment, which is nice. It's starting to set in the sim.
No.
Everybody's very good in this group. They wait for everybody. Unlike some groups that just end up going across each other. And
Yeah.
Bit of a Leroy Jenkins moment, eh?
I don't get that.
Grange Hill, wasn't it, Leroy Jenkins?
Leroy Jenkins.
Not quite, Huddison. Not quite.
Oh, Leroy
At least I got
Jenkins.
chicken.
What's
It's,
the Leroy?
You'll find it. If you YouTube it or Google it, you'll see Leroy Jenkins.
Okay.
Leroy Jenkins.
Tucker Jenkins, I'm thinking of Grange Hill, never mind.
You are.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing.
Right.
No, little different.
Yeah, I feel
Look
like
at that. Once you trim this, it's beautiful, isn't it? You just let it do its
I'm
thing.
just thinking that, Hugh. I
Yeah,
thought,
you
what
just-
a beautiful take off. It's
And you can look
lovely.
around and look behind you and look at all the other people. And
Look at your foot pedals.
yeah, play with your foot pedals. Show everything's plugged in.
So there's a bit of a debate in PC Pilot magazine at the moment. I don't know if anybody reads that, but they're saying there's a big debate about this not being a game. A lot of people are referring to it as a game and not a simulator. I'm going to ask your chaps' opinions on that, but I can guess what you're all going to say. So round table, is it a game or sim?
It's a sim. You don't win anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, apart from the respect of all your other companions, occasionally.
There's no goals to go for, no goals or prizes
yeah,
or
that's true.
championships. So it's I can't see a problem with calling it a game. It's a game and it's for leisure, but I wouldn't worry.
No.
Whether
But the racing thing that they've introduced, that's a game to me.
Ah,
think
yeah,
it's
now
in
it's
the
a
eye
game.
of the beholder, really, isn't it? Like, it depends what you want to use it for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
your own personal way. I mean, to me, it's always a sim. It always has been.
Yeah,
To me, it's a geography lesson as well.
yeah.
Some places in the world I've never seen before.
Me too.
Didn't even know they were there.
I think that reference came from it was when it was first released, and especially when it was released on Xbox. You had this kind of X-Plane crowd saying, "Oh, it's just a game. It's not a simulator. It's nothing like a realistic simulator," and I believe that's where it originated from to begin with.
I mean, the only person you're going to kill is yourself, isn't it? I mean, you're not killing anybody else.
I don't know.
You're not shooting.
Yeah, it depends if you're flying with Hugh, of course. Then
What's it about?
Sorry, Hugh. You're the easy target tonight.
Well, there are so many benefits as well. I mean, if you fly locally, I obviously didn't realise that I needed my ridge tiles replacing on the roof.
Very. And I've never seen Al's wife ever like that ever before.
Nor have I, Hugh. That was the first time.
In the back garden there.
Where are we off to, James?
Shoreham. So we're going to fly around the southeast of the coast here. Shoreham Airport, it's EGKA. I'm going to line up for runway 2. You have to come left of the airport to line up for runway 2, or runway 31, approaching a sort of right 45-degree angle. You'll see when you get there.
Okay, thanks.
No ILS there, Alan, I'm afraid.
That's alright.
On another matter, I came across a YouTube site today, and it was a young guy, and it was Harpender, I think, that this guy was doing a talk, and it was about the Apollo computer, the first computer that obviously landed on the moon, and how it worked. And it sounds pretty awful and boring and all that. The guy was fantastic. He really was. It's really good, very interesting hour to watch it. How the software works and how they had the error code and stuff like that. It's well worth looking at. Just not to say that. I'm no bored of speaking. You're welcome.
Well, the computers back then were I mean, the Commodore 64 was more powerful than the computer on the space shuttle, wasn't it, at the time?
Well, he said no. He said that was not true, but I mean, you'd have to watch the video, so I don't know.
But there were dozens of computers, though, maybe over 100 computers. Different. Every system was an individual computer.
Right. Charles from Johannesburg, hello. Good to see you again. Just started flying with your new Xbox and loving it. Great to hear. And thanks, Stark GT, for the reference. I'll look it up after. He's talking about the Jenkins dude, which I know nothing about.
Oh, it's a cultural stream as well.
Okay.
And I'm ashamed to say my lovely lady wife taught me about that a few years ago.
Well, come on then, you're going to have to give us some sort of clue about this. What's it
I've
about?
no idea, really.
It's to do with these massive multiplayer online role-playing games. Things like Warcraft or similar. I don't know what game it was. I have no idea. But it's a group of
World of Warcraft.
Was it okay? Yep. It's a group about to do a raid on a dungeon or whatever they call it, and they're having a big talk in a big circle, and all of a sudden one of them just has enough, and it just leaps up in the air and screams Leroy Jenkins and rushes in and gets everybody killed. And it's for someone who doesn't have anything to do with them or is interested in that whatsoever. It's very funny.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that the group that were about to sort of lead the attack, they were right. You do this for your potion, and I'll cast this spell, and so on. And this fella had nipped out to the chicken, had nipped out to the kitchen to get some chicken.
At least they got
so
chicken.
he missed. Yeah, he completely missed the planning. So of course he came back thinking, right, everyone's just waiting for me. Let's go. And that's why at the end he goes, well, at least I got chicken.
I wonder where that reference came from.
Oh, is anybody else in thick cloud at the moment? Or are you?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, thick, but...
Mark, what altitude are you at the moment?
I'm at 550 meters.
What's it
I'm
like
gonna-
down there?
I am just skimming the bottom of the cloud layer.
Right. Can't see a thing, literally.
Yeah, I'm at 1,200 feet, and I'm just under the cloud layer as well. For them, if I want to know that in feet.
I mean, you talk about Forza 5 Horizon. I played a bit of it because I've got Game Pass, and it's stunning, but it doesn't compare to something like Flight Simulator. The transitions of the clouds and weather and the scenery is just a step above everything else, in my opinion.
Shall I tell you something else about Simulator that makes it for me? The people you fly with. I very rarely fly on my own anymore. Well, occasionally, and I think that's a big part of this. I think.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
The thing is, Hugh, we try and avoid you. So that's the
walk into this shit. No, I thought, sorry.
Well, that's the video gone to pot. There you go.
Sorry. Beep.
Another X-rated label.
Charles, by the way, which Xbox do you have, the X or S? I'm going to change the subject quickly.
I think I'll mute myself for a little while.
No, don't worry about it.
You can put a marker down, Huddison, for that bleep.
I think I will have to.
Yeah, but that was all coming from a guy that shows up once or twice a week and expects everybody to be there to fly with him.
As long as he brings the gin, it's okay.
Yep.
Can I ask a technical question regarding the sound, etc. on Discord? How do I stop the echo from... I've got two sound sources. One's the sim I'm watching and one's the Discord.
What I would do is plug in headphones. That solves the problem for me. I just don't have speakers connected to the PC.
I have got headphones. It's the headphones I've got the echo.
Oh, anybody know? Mark, can you help with that?
No, I'm not sure, because you shouldn't be getting an echo if you've only got one set of headphones plugged in, and you've got voice on Discord. You shouldn't be getting
YouTube
an echo.
at the same time? Is he watching YouTube at the same time as listening to Discord? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
you've got two inputs, haven't you? You've got your Discord sound and your YouTube sound. So you need to move the YouTube
Yeah.
sound.
And it will be an echo because YouTube is delayed.
Ah.
I know that, but I mean, if I silence YouTube, then I can't hear anything on Discord.
Have you got in Discord? You've got a headphone symbol. It might be that, and a microphone symbol down below, at bottom left. Make sure none of them are crossed out.
That's what I've got, but I've still got this echo. If I try and just turn off the headphones, then and leave the microphone, then I get nothing at all. It just turns it all off.
Oh.
Buy a new
Your pitch
PC.
talk or voice activated.
But
Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without a problem.
Yeah. Welcome to the
Do you hear
stream.
me?
Yeah, we hear you. Who is that?
It's Quacks.
Quacks. Oh, great. Yes.
Glad you made it. Glad you made it.
Good you joined us.
So an hour I'm trying to speak to you.
Ah, and you probably heard my hint about the microphone or headphone on the bottom left there.
I heard order, but you didn't hear me.
All right.
That's great. Well, it's good that you joined us at the end, at least.
But I was beside you the whole flight. And
What's your name?
now, pardon?
What's your name on the screen?
Quacks.
Quacks, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you're quite a regular person in the Discord, so it's good to hear you at last.
Nice to hear you.
By the way, somebody in the YouTube chat, DarkGT, was saying, can you imagine a pilot flying these in World War II in these kind of conditions, and they just had to rely on their instruments and knowledge, because there's no GPS and goodness knows what. You would have paper maps, probably, and you would have to look at landmarks to see where you were going. That must have been incredible.
What about the transport drivers and the ladies who delivered the planes, who had no radio, nothing?
Wow, yeah.
Unsung heroes, them, weren't they?
They were, indeed. And what amazed me about them was that they actually could fly so many different types of aircraft. They went from bombers to Spitfires to Hurricanes to everything. You know, I mean, incredible, you know.
Indeed.
A bit like Hugh, but they didn't land in the war.
Oh, poor Hugh. He's getting beaten up tonight. By the way, chaps, these cliffs we're coming up to, are you flying over or flown over? That's Beachy Head Cliffs, by the way. Very similar to Dover Cliffs.
Yeah, I'll be jumping off them shortly. Beachy Head. Terrible there.
So that will be. Oh no, I've got a blank now. Where we're just going to fly by. That would be Bournemouth. We are passing then.
Yeah, and
right.
Eastbourne.
Eastbourne, sorry, not Bournemouth. Yep, Eastbourne.
Eastbourne, yeah.
And then Brighton.
And Shoreham's next to Brighton, the airport. So you should have it in view on your VFR map by now.
Yep. Ships to the left.
I see.
Oh. I don't see no ships.
To your left, you.
Can't see them, Al. Yeah.
I've got a couple of packages in there.
There you go, you see.
That may be it.
These rich people.
Yeah.
Want to buy add-ons.
Yeah, so it's a bit of it's another tarmac runway. It's just that you don't see the runway to your right on top of it. Just beware of that. It doesn't, at least on the Series S, it's not very visible.
What was that code again, James? Sorry.
It's okay. EGKA.
Thanks.
And are you coming in from the sea then, James?
Yeah,
02?
coming in from slightly south, yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually just going to fly due east of my current position.
Does anybody think that the graphics have improved since the update? Because I certainly do.
I don't, but I do think there's been a rendering and shading change. It's not as bright and as harsh as it used to be, and I think it's showing the graphics off better. But they, I think it was Sim Update 5 or something like that where they changed the whole rendering, and I think they've either overcome it or gone back to it. But this is much more of the lighting we had originally, and I think that helps enhance the graphics.
Okay, Al, you'll know about the lighting side of stuff, don't you? What do you think?
Well, I agree with Mark. I think to me this looks very pastel, and the thing I think the sim gets wrong is color temperatures. It's never, the daylight should be 5006, tungsten should be 3200, and tungsten's warmer. And when you go to a foreign country to fly, you'd expect it to look a bit warmer and sunnier, but they never seem to get that right. They don't seem to add color to it, in my opinion.
Too blue.
Yes, that's right.
Okay then, my eyes must be just getting bad then. How many have we got flying today then? Anybody count that up?
Up to 15 to 20 I've counted before.
Excellent.
Really good.
Then why can I not see anybody? Oh, I see.
Oh.
I thought I was going the wrong direction again.
Yeah, not France, Tunesy, not France.
I can see a sign. Dunkirky? Dunquirky? Is that near Brighton? Dunnyquirk. Yeah.
If there's long queues into the sea, you've gone the wrong way.
Oh.
Yeah, if you see New Delhi, you know you're slightly off track.
Turn left at Albuquerque. Boulogne in France, yeah.
So how's the Velocity 1 holding up, Tunesy? I'm really intrigued with that.
Well, the aircraft is so good, I'm not really doing a lot to it. I'm really just... Most of my time I'm just on that trim wheel, which is fantastic.
A trim wheel is something else, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Especially in this aircraft, it's so easy to fly. But yeah, great. I'm very impressed. No squeaks or rattles so far. I think it's probably the one to invest, unless there are a lot more serious sim yokes out there, but if you've got an Xbox or you've got a PC, I think it's a worthy Christmas present, and they are out in the UK now. I managed to pick one up.
Right.
I think for the Xbox it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
absolutely. Although I haven't yet figured out that the panel lights do anything at all.
Not yet. The firmware's not been updated for that yet. That's apparently a future update. Whenever that'll be.
Sounds like a Sobo to me with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get it working in a future update.
What I would love to see on the actual display is like a moving map or something. That would be incredible. So like a future firmware where you got a moving map on the yoke display.
Interesting.
I've not heard anything that's coming. I've not heard that that's coming, but I would love to see that in a future update.
The other thing I'd love to see is some sort of directory where people put their call signs, and you can see where they actually come from. Because if you go to fly in a foreign area, you see these names and you think, I wonder where they're from. You know, I think it's a shame that that's kind of missed. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, do you mean on the actual name tags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, like Yola Cayman Islands or something like that. You know, I'm just trying to find Kinky Knickers. That was right around.
Oh my god.
Kinky Knickers?
I'm wondering why I'm having so many problems. Sorry to butt in. My wife has been, I'm in VR, she's been coming by every now and again and pulling the levers.
Oh, that's not very nice, is it?
I've been flying with flaps down for the last half hour. I didn't leave them up, and they've only got three. My right throttle's at the bottom. It's her. She's coming by. She keeps pulling them down every now and again. The levers, that is. The levers. Putting the levers down.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask which levers.
Oh Lord!
Hey, come on! You having a go at me? You lot with me swearing. Listen to this innuendo.
No,
I'm going to leave it, but I could have gone the ones that are now stiff.
I
won't say that. I won't say that.
Will you stop digging a hole for yourself?
What next?
As long as she doesn't start pouring water on your flight unit, that's when you need to start worrying.
Okay. Well, she just brought me a cup of tea, which I'm having to find by.
There you go.
Do you do the VR crawl with your hands across the desk until you meet something that feels warm and cups light? And then you can't drink it anyway.
I sure hope she's watching this stream.
She could do. No, because I'll get an echo. Just got to keep my eye on my levers and down at the right, and it's magically moving around.
Let's see how we're doing here.
So, anybody landed yet or approaching?
I'm bloody miles away.
Oh.
We're not miles. That's not true.
We're about 10 miles out.
Yeah, I'm 11 miles out.
Okay, I'm just
off.
We get a chance to marvel at the photogrammetry of Brighton.
Who's the closest to the airport then?
I believe I am at the mall. Maybe.
Oh, I see. Saw them now. Does everybody usually fly with all their airport things on and cities and no?
Not anymore.
I just have my airports
Points
on
of
there.
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, points of interest and airports generally.
Yeah, that's how I've got mine now.
No, I don't like that. That's why I get lost all the time.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Shoreham is okay, yes?
Shoreham, yeah. EGKA.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Ah, so Quox was nearest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are there wind farms in the sea there? There are, yeah. Looking to my right.
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah, lots of them.
There's a ship out there too.
I don't see that ship, Al.
I took a picture of one a minute ago. I'll post it in a little bit.
It's not difficult, have enough space.
Repeat that, please.
Not difficult to land.
For you.
I think. I think for all.
Yeah, well, you haven't got the phantom lever puller running around your house, have you?
So James, are we approaching from the sea end?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've come down south a little bit, and then coming left slightly off Shoreham Airport on the VFR map to line up.
That's what I'll do.
It's about a 45-degree angle I found runway 2 coming in from the VFR map at least.
The VFR map shows you the direction of the runway anyway, doesn't it?
If you get close
Yeah.
enough, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing, that.
We've landed now.
Well done.
Oh. And away.
This is just a relaxing aircraft to fly.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
My only complaint is that if you want to get somewhere, it takes a long time to get from A to B. But if you don't mind that,
Yeah, but you know, you can even get up and go to the bathroom while this thing's flying.
that's true. Yeah, yeah.
You just got to make sure you're not the last one down in this group.
Well,
And all speed up a little bit, aren't you?
Everybody's rushing towards the runway. I can see it now.
Yeah, you know. Get, I'm not going to be last.
Respawn.
That bloody titbird's catching me. Hang on. Full throttle, here you go.
I got you in my sights.
So Chunzi, it must look incredible, the cockpit in VR. You're in a retrofit, yes?
Yeah, I've come to the retrofit. You know, the reason why I chose the retrofit and stuck with it, because when I was practicing earlier, I could not get the original version to actually move on the runway. Everything was off. Parking brakes were off.
Oh, wow.
Throttled up fully. It would not move. So I came out and came back in and tried the retrofit version, and it flew perfectly. But it's just the original would not move. I thought I'd done something wrong, or I may have done, but it just wouldn't actually move on the runway at all.
Is that part of the VR bugs that you encountered, Mark, at all?
No, I think it's. I don't think. Well, yeah, maybe. I can't tell. I mean, I restarted and came in, and who knows? I can't know whether it's a VR bug or it's just an Asobo 7 bug, or no idea.
Yeah.
It's not a major one, is it? But if it does it again, then there's obviously a continuing, ongoing problem. But we shall see.
I'm on base.
Oh, well done.
Where's the runway?
Yeah.
45-degree angle to the right, isn't it?
Who's on second?
Oh, very good. Only our American friends will get that.
I get it, and I'm not American.
Oh, okay.
You need to rephrase and say only our old friends will get that. Us
you
oldies.
I qualify for that.
I think there's nobody under 40 here, is there?
No, I wouldn't think so.
No.
Sure, I'm 39.
Oh yeah, we're talking about anyway. Before you say anything else, Hugh, imagine that you can't say it.
So Disco Dave is down. That's good.
It just kind of becomes a habit, Hugh. Sorry.
Right. When you say you're on base, does that mean you're on line with the airport? Is that what that means?
I'm now on final.
Ah, does that mean you're in line with the airport then?
Yeah, I hope so. Anyway.
Yeah, base is like your base leg, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I was 90 degrees to the runway.
Ah, okay.
Oh, this could be a first for me. 2 red and 2 white.
Oh, lovely. We'll take your word for it, Chimsy.
Yeah, but the trouble is there's a Junkers right just to my starboard. Sorry, I'm going to Leroy Jenkins this in front of you.
See, Al, you're on your final there?
You snooze, you lose. And then there's a van on the runway. No, there's a van going down the runway.
What? It must be Leroy.
Oh, look, that's just rude doing that, passing in front of me like that. Oh, he's done it.
Has anybody found? Has anybody found with the retrofit? It's difficult. I mean, it does have flaps, but it's not always easy to know whether they're up and down. I have to go on external sometimes to remind myself with them of where they are.
Half an hour to extend anyway.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, I'm down, but that was not my finest hour.
Did you record it, Mark?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, you did.
Whoops, somebody's not going to make it. One more way. Brakes, brakes, brace,
Al, why are you
brace.
going in the other direction, Al?
Where's he off to?
Al, where are you going?
Hey, well done, you did it.
Hey!
I came in too fast, so I'm going.
Ah.
Oh, you're in the yellow above me. Oh, that was...
Yeah.
someone is going in rivets.
Oh! Oh! Bugger. Oh, well, I'll just stay there. You can all fly through me.
I just thought these trees at the end of the runway looked really interesting, so I thought I'd go and have a closer look.
It's not the easiest runway to spot, is it? At all. Either everybody died or everybody's concentrating.
I'm going to go and put some name tags on.
Mr. Power Save, what happened then? Very nice landing, Alan.
Yeah, tip bird, you're showing us how it should be done.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. That's unusual.
Yeah, it is.
What are friends for, Al? Hey.
Exactly. I have nightmares every night about them.
As somebody was saying before, though, you're right about finding friends, new friends, and flying with friends, and from all over the world together. Because you've been together for some time now, haven't you? Flying every night, and as Hugh, Al, and Alan, they fly quite a lot together. That's great.
And we're still speaking, which is amazing.
Well, it's been, what, 8 or 9 months, James, since we all got together back then, and learned stuff. So it's been quite a while.
It was through James, wasn't it, originally, I believe?
It was, yeah, it was.
Yep.
It was.
Should remember that.
Hey, you're down now.
Yeah, it's coming in very
Mad
fast.
Seasiders. Nice.
Fire's coming in so fast.
James taught us most of what we all know. So,
Oh, no stuff.
there you go, Al. Tip that thing.
It's really coming in really fast. And
I missed that. Okay.
So is that why you're all crashing all the time? Because I taught you all the flying.
Well, I didn't say you taught us well.
Right. I think Alan's getting his barbecue out there, so I think we'll go and have a beer with him out there by his plane.
I'm going to sit here and watch James land.
Oh dear. How did I end up being the last bloody one again?
Don't know.
You were out playing around the wind farm out there too long.
I think I was.
Curious, Scott. No, did he crash? Curious? No, he's alright.
You're cutting out. Is that Al talking? I can hardly hear you. It could be my internet, but I can hardly hear a thing over Discord. Perfect timing. I can't hear you all egging me on, which is great. So chat. Oh, here we are. I can hear you. Go on.
James is coming in and there's now an airliner in his way.
Yeah, I had to avoid that quickly.
Excellent, better than me. Which won't be hard. Oh, man.
Oh. So there are. Sorry, chaps, you're all cutting out. It's possibly something wrong with my stream. I hope it's still okay on YouTube.
We're getting some vocoder.
Is it just vocab, do you think, or is it to do with...
Audio's clear.
Yeah, there's something going.
Thanks, Disco Dave. Is the stream okay, chaps, for those watching on YouTube? It's pretty much ended now, anyway. Can somebody talk in Discord? Because I don't think I can hear you, which is unfortunate. What can we do? I can hear you now, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I can hear you, Hugh. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Stream is good. Yeah.
Okay, great. It's just the Discord then. Well, listen, chaps, thanks for joining me tonight. It's been a great flight. Lots of fun. And probably the next stream will be some kind of... I'm hoping to do some kind of charity stream. I really want to do some charity stream for the homeless at that time of year.
Great
I think
idea,
it would be a good idea.
Great idea.
So watch out for that. Details in the Discord. Mark and Chunzi, thank you very much for joining me. I can't thank you enough. It's been great to hang out with you and Fly again. Like I say, apologies because voices are cutting in and out, so I can't hear. So listen, chaps, thanks very much. I shall end it there before disaster strikes. Yeah, and I'll see you in the skies.
Okay, bye-bye all. I'm going to our other channel. You're more than welcome to join us, the ultimate server for flight simmers.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I lost